Hello and welcome with our new guest, Dr. Stan Stahl, and the new session, You're Securing Your Company, Now What?
Super. Thanks, Francesca. Hi, everybody. So let me start with something I think uh, will resonate. I hope it resonates. That everything you've thought about in your career, everything that others have told you about your career, your professors, your other CyberConnect speakers you might have heard of, all of it, every bit of it, is going to be upended in the next 12 months. Why do I say that? Jamie Dimon, who is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, just one of the biggest banks in the world, has said, no one predicted the speed with which AI is impacting all aspects of society. Everything must now be looked at through the lens of AI. An analyst of the Bank of America just wrote this last week. Quantum computing could be the biggest revolution for humanity since discovering fire. This is the environment in which your careers are going to be forged. So let's take a look at what this means, okay? I mean, as computers embed themselves in everything we do, we've entered a new world where cybersecurity touches everything humans do: finance, health, national defense, transportation, identity, even love. And look at what we're seeing in cybercrime today, crimes that would barely be possible just a few years ago. An investment banking firm lost $24 million when one of its managers was in a Zoom call he believed to be with his boss and his boss's other partners. And they told him, we need you to move $24 million from here to here. He did. It was all deep fake. Grandparents are getting phone calls from ostensibly their children. Grandpa, I've been arrested. I'm in jail. I need help. I need money. And they're sending money. They're not their grandchildren. They're the voices of their grandchildren that have been duplicated because of AI. And I don't know if you've heard of or seen what's called sextortion, where kids in their teens are being blackmailed because they've sent photos, inappropriate photos, to people who online told them they loved them. 4 children that I know of have committed suicide for this. I mean, this is horrific. And that's what's happening today. In 5, 6, 8, 10 years, quantum computing is going to upend encryption. The encryption we all use to protect our secrets. Today's standards are going to be worthless in 8 years, whatever. We're entering a time of uncertainty and chaos. Some have called it polycrisis, a time of polydisruptions. Not only is confidentiality and privacy going to be challenges, but availability will be challenges. What happens, for example, when our traffic lights go out and the 911 system goes out and the internet goes out all at the same time? Cyber attacks are going to grow. They're going to become more dangerous. We have, the only way to say it, we've entered the rapids. We have entered the rapids. And so look ahead. Look at your careers. You're going to be working with agentic AI, agents acting on behalf of users. Okay, agent, go buy me tickets to the next Taylor Swift concert. My agentic AI, Phil, is going to go off to some website to get Taylor Swift tickets. Are they really going to be a Taylor Swift website? Or is it going to be a fraudulent website? A fraudulent website that's hidden from being fraudulent by AI. And Phil's AI, in turn, is going to have to do battle with this. Battle against battle. That whole, who wins that battle? Maybe you're working for a company and you got to protect its information. Let's say you're working with an MSP firm that's managing a law firm, and the law firm has lots of secrets it has to protect because of lawsuits that it's defending its clients from. And it comes under attack from AI. Or worse, when quantum gets real, and it'll get real in your in your career. Or maybe you're working in national security and you're working in offense and you need to penetrate the enemy's cyber defenses. Is your quantum offense better than their quantum defense? What does this even mean? We don't even know that yet. And yet, over the course of the next few years, you're going to need to know that. We're going to need to figure that out. And that's only part of the problem we're facing. If you look at, step back, it's not just the computers, it's not just the computer challenges. There's chaos all around us. There's political chaos here in the United States, international chaos abroad. Whether we're looking at the Middle East, we're looking at Ukraine, Russia, we're looking at the South China Sea. And let's not forget climate change, which is coming on faster and faster. We're going to have to deal with all of that. You're going to have to deal with that over the course of your lives, over the course of your careers. Okay? Chaos. Chaos, as John Kennedy reminded us, President Kennedy reminded us 65 years ago, made up of danger and opportunity. So let's unpack what that means. Playwright Tom Stoppard wrote in Arcadia, I want you to take this in. A door like this has cracked open 5 or 6 times since we got up on our hind legs. This is like one of those never before moments. A tower like this is cracked open 5 or 6 times. It's a wonderful, scary moment to be living in. But it's also that opportunity when we get the opportunity to create the world anew. I've lived my life in this doorway. So will you. Welcome to your career, as I say, right? So what are we going to do? How do we manage this chaos? Well, you don't control it. You navigate yourself successfully through it. And given that cybersecurity touches everything we do, cybersecurity is going to have to help us navigate our way through it. We got 3 principles that we know of that kind of define this. I'm sure you've heard in your studies, zero trust. Always, 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 always trust nothing, verify everything. Principles of security and privacy by design, security and privacy by default. So when you install Windows, what is it, 13, 14, 15, wherever, the security is built into it. We don't have to go configure it ourselves. That's coming. But we don't even know what that means yet in the world of AI, in a world of quantum physics. You're going to have to figure that out. That's a design problem for you. And it's not just cybersecurity. You're standing in the trenches, protecting businesses from cyber criminals, protecting the nation's economy from enemies that want to weaken us. You're protecting democracy and safety and truth and trust in institutions. It's not just this piece of information or that piece of information. The digital frontier has become the moral frontier. Ultimately, you'll be protecting civilization itself. So I want to take a look at where we've come from so that you can better see where we're going. So I'm going to do that. We're going online. We're going to share my screen. Let me know when you can see that. Is that showing? Yeah, there it is. What you're looking at, and you got to laugh at this. This was 1954. I was a boy at the time. This is from the RAND Corporation giving a depiction of what, you ready for these words? This is what the home computer is going to look like in 2005. Boy, did they get it wrong. This is nothing, of course, like what the home computer looked like in 2005. Take a look at this. Big pictures. This is the 5 megabyte hard drive in 1956. 5 megabytes. On the little picture in the corner, 1 million times more memory. That's a 4 terabyte card today. Compare those two things. Or this is the lunar module, right? You have more power on your smartphone than we had going to the moon. And oh yeah, back then, when I was first getting mid-80s, I'm first getting started in cybersecurity, Department of Defense came out with what's called the Orange Book. we naively believed we could write provably secure algorithms that could not be broken. Boy, were we wrong. Just absolutely didn't get that right. And where are we today? This just came out. It's a graphic. It's showing a 1 square millimeter CMOS chip that combines photonics, electronics, quantum hardware with traditional silicon manufacturing that can achieve mass scale. Okay, this is already today, not in 12 months, not in 5 years, not in 10 years. So let's step back from this and ask, okay, what's this mean for your career? So a little truth. Darwin knew it. The future doesn't belong to the fastest or the strongest or the smartest. It belongs to the most adaptable. And with that, there's good news and bad news. Bad news is that the only thing you can control are your own thoughts. As hockey player Dan Cleary said, you choose your own attitude. You can control your thoughts. The good news is this is enough. The brain has a thing called neuroplasticity. Think positive, think optimistic, stay on the opportunity side of things. The brain adapts to that. There's 3 keys to making this happen. The first is connect to your community. Takes a village to secure the village. That's inherent in where cybersecurity, where secure the village is all about. This idea that it takes all of us. I want to share a screen. I want to show you something else now. Go back to sharing my screen. Screen 2. Okay. This is in the plains of Africa. Yeah, let me just play this. Just about a minute of it. Let's go back to the beginning. Buffalo and lions. Coming. Here we go. The village comes in. Kind of changes the game, doesn't it? Changes the game when the village is there. That's the power of the village. And it's not just the power of the village to help others, also to help you. If you're not on LinkedIn already, get on LinkedIn. Your next job is going to come from people you know, many of them from LinkedIn. Those people themselves won't have the jobs for you, but people they know will. It's all a community. And it's more than just a community. Community has, and let me get this slide up. The community has interest. First of all, okay. The village, it's our village. And remember this, the village is conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that we're all created equal, okay? This is a piece of your career, to be on the side of the village, that do good. And we're going to go through tough times. We are now even going through some tough times, but it's also a time to remember to be optimistic. Your village is optimistic. Winston Churchill, helped us get through World War II. An amazing leader said, as for me, I'm an optimist. Doesn't seem to be much value to be anything else. Be optimistic. Be hopeful. Share that hope with others because they're going to need it as we progress through these times. Okay? Next thing. Sun Tzu in The Art of War wrote, if you know the enemy and you know yourself, you will need not fear the result of 100 battles. So always be learning. For Secure the Village, we have a news of the week. We publish it on Substack and LinkedIn. Get it. I read an essay on Stan's Corner about cybersecurity every week. Get it and read it. We have meetings once a month that are designed to help everybody learn. Third Tuesday of every month. Come join us. Always be learning. Okay? And again, to give you another illustration of the always be learning piece, let's go over here, share my screen again. If you don't yet know of the Cyber Canon, get to know it. It's a best of books in cybersecurity, curated, wonderful, wonderful books. Just the top left one, Transformational Security Awareness, all about cybersecurity from the cultural point of view. Get to know this book. Get to know it well. It'll help you understand your career and how you fit into it. And then connect to your greater purpose. That's the third rule, if you will. Carl Jung, foundational psychologist, student of our species' mythical journey, said, "He who looks outside dreams. He who looks inside awakens." Your greater purpose, find that, search inside, look for that. That's your superpower. Take the inner journey. Take a look, for example, at Bill Leiter, good friend of Secure the Village. He has a book to help you find this. It's called, what just happened?
Oh, we were coming back.
Let me put this back on, because I want you to see this. There you go. Come on. Come
It's
on.
not loading just yet.
Yeah, it needs to load.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, it's not loading. Don't worry about it. Bill Leiter, Your Greater Purpose. The book's called What's Next. Let's see. Let's stop sharing that. Okay. The other book dedicated to the proposition that we're all created equal is a book of mine called The Agnostic Patriot. Read them both. They'll help you connect to your greater purpose. Okay. So we're running out of time. I'm sorry, we're not going to have time for questions. But just to summarize this, to thrive, you need to be adaptable. That's connect to the outside, always be learning, connect to your greater purpose. Remember, hope is contagious. Hope is cybersecurity's fuel, if you will, because that's what's going to move us along as we finish. So with that, let me one more sharing my screen. Let's share this. There we go. Let me share this with you. My final words. May the force be with you. Best success to all of you over the course of what I hope will be a long, 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 productive career on the side of good, on the side of the good guys. So may the force be with you.
We love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So I hope that everybody follows us into the next session.
We'll see you there.
Thank you, Dr. Stan. Thank you.